Hi guys, I'm Miss Bogner and I teach 4th grade and I'm going to read chapter 12 of One Crazy Summer. Crazy Mother Mountain. After the program ended for the day, we stayed out as long as we could. By 6 o'clock, we were hungry. Whether she liked it or not, Cecil had to let us inside her green stucco house. When she opened the door, all she said was, "You back?" Then she spread the tablecloth on the floor and brought out shrimp lo mein and egg rolls from the kitchen. She had probably gone out to mean Lady Ming's while we were at the center. We washed up and sat Indian style around the food. I said the blessing and then I asked, "Why the Black Panthers call you Anzilla?" No use letting my curiosity go itching. If I had to ask someone, I might as well go straight to the mountain, the Crazy Mother Mountain. She gave me a blank stare, like I said something wrong. Then she corrected me, Anzilla. In place of shrugs, my sisters and I shot one another glances. That was not a Brooklyn sound or an Alabama sound. It was probably not even an honest-to-goodness Oakland sound. Instead of trying it out, I said, "Why they call you that?" My sisters followed. "Isn't your name Cecil?" "Yeah, Cecil." She said, "My name is Anzilla. Anzilla is a poet's name. My poems blow the dust off surfaces to make clear and true paths, Anzilla." I gave her a plain stare, plain and blank. It might as well have been an eye roll. She probably hated my father's plain face on me, that the plain way about him was the plain way about me. I didn't know about blowing dust and clearing paths. I knew about hot combing thick heads of hair and ironing pleated wool skirts for school. She said, "It's Yoruba for the path." I knew better than to roll my eyes at her so-called name and where she said it came from. Instead, I asked her where Yoruba was. She quickly told me it was a people, a nation, in the land of our ancestors. Vanetta asked, "You mean Prattville, Alabama?" This time I wouldn't kick Vanetta. Good old Vanetta. Prattville was where Papa and Big Ma were originally from. They weren't from big city Mobile, Montgomery, or Selma, but from Prattville. And truth be told, my daddy and my grandma came from a one-cow town rubbing next to Prattville. They just said Prattville because it was more known. I asked, "So you can change your name anytime you want to?" Vanetta, "To anything you want to?" Fern, "To anything you can spell?" Cecil said, "It's my name, myself. I can name myself. And if I'm not the one I was but am now a new self, why would I call myself by an old name?" Then I said, "If you keep changing your name, how will people know you or your poems?" When my sisters and I speak, one right after the other, it's like a song we sing, a game we play. We never need to pass signals. We just fire off, rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Delphine, Vanetta, Fern. Me, "Suppose you got famous for writing poems." Vanetta, "Then everyone knew your name." Fern, "And you couldn't hide." She said, "My poems aren't about that. Fame-seeking poems. They're the people's art." Although yesterday she didn't want to have anything to do with the people. I said, "What if all the people could recite all of your poems?" Vanetta, "And they said them on the radio." Fern, "And you became famous." Me, "You couldn't hide then." Fern, "Surely couldn't." She said, "Who y'all working for?" I think y'all working for the man undercover, the FBI, the COINTELPRO. I know about the FBI from the Sunday night show and from the news, but who were the COINTELPRO? Cecil knew she had us baffled and took control of the talk like she had grabbed both the ball and the jacks. "Oh, they're slick all right," she said. "The feds hire midgets to front as kids. They infiltrate families with long-lost cousins who don't look a thing like you. But you take them in because that's how colored folks do. And before you can say, way down home, your long-lost kin are documenting your every move for their weekly secret meetings with the man." "Family don't tell on family," I said. "Not real family. Surely don't." "That's what you think," Cecil said. She went after Vanetta first, because Vanetta was needy in a way that Fern and I weren't. Her eyes stayed wide and fearful. "They get you alone and scared. They say, 'Vanetta Gaither, do you love your country? Do you love your father, your sisters, your Uncle Darnell in Vietnam and Big Ma in Brooklyn?'" At Fern, she aimed. "Little girl, do you love your doll baby? Do you love Captain Kangaroo, your kindergarten teacher, graham crackers, and story time? Well, if you want to keep all that safe, tell us all you know about that person named Cecil Johnson, also known as your mother." Fern said her name was not Little Girl, that she was going into the 2nd grade, and that she watched Mighty Mouse and not Captain Kangaroo. Before Cecil got to me, I said, "They don't ask kids nothing. No one listens to kids. If this was Red China, they would. The Red Chinese Communist Party don't play. Kids younger than that little girl turned their mother and father over to the Reds for treason and re-education. We're not in Red China, I told her. To that, she only grunted like, that's what you think. Come back for chapter 13 tomorrow.